Hi, this is Vicky, and welcome back to the third week of our holiday 2023 learning session. I hope you had a great New Year's celebration. San Francisco had clear skies and 17 minutes of a beautiful fireworks show. I didn't see the fireworks, but saw pictures later. Looked really nice. Well, let's get started. This is activity number 9, fork snowflakes. Snowflakes are unique, and we're going to try to make some with white paint, blue construction paper, and a fork. But I thought it might be neat for us to actually share with you some pictures of some real snowflakes that you might be able to show your child so they kind of know what's going on. I think the cool part about snowflakes is that they are unique. Every one of them looks slightly different. They're crystallized water and actually create different shapes. I understand that there are 35 different types of snowflakes, which are created based on the moisture and temperature of the air. But onto our project. In your box, you're going to find white paint and blue construction paper. You're going to need a fork. And to make the snowflakes, you just dip the fork in white paint. And I think this one kind of turned out quite nice. This is activity number 10. Well, in the Bay Area, it's unlikely your child is going to be able to make a snowman this year, or really kind of any year. The last time it snowed was in 2018, and the previous time to that was 1976. So we thought it might be fun to create a snowman of your own, but this time using felt. And in your box, you're going to find a piece of cardboard covered on both sides with felt. Felt actually sticks to felt, so you can use this board to construct your snowman. In addition to the board, there's a bag numbered 10, which contains felt pieces to build a felt snowman and pieces to build a felt tree. So let's take a look and use those felt pieces to actually create a snowman. In my mind, a snowman's made of like three different snowballs stacked on top of each other, like this one, and then decorated with sticks for the arms and hands, maybe a hat, maybe a scarf, a carrot for its nose, and a mouth. Um, Here we have one that you could actually make with your own felt stuff. Can't wait to see what your kids do. Also, in that same bag is pieces that'll make up a felt tree out of three triangles, which your learner can assemble. Also in the bag are small felt pieces like these, which can be used to decorate the tree. This is activity number 12, snow globe letter find. And inside your bag, you're going to find a sheet that has letters inside a snow globe. And on the bottom of the globe is a letter that you need to find and mark when you find them in the globe. So in this case, you're going to find a lowercase a and you would mark it. And then if you found an uppercase letter, you would mark that. And that'll leave a lot of letters that are unmarked, but help children differentiate between them and other letters. And this is activity number 12. And as the holiday season, it only seems to right to make a holiday drink and a holiday treat. So in your box is an individual packet of hot chocolate labeled 12A. You can make the hot chocolate either by adding water or milk. It will be more rich if you actually use milk. So in a separate container, you want to microwave the milk or the water for about a minute to a minute and a half until it's hot. Please make sure you handle the hot liquid because microwaves can make things quite hard, and we let your child focus on the stirring. So, in your cup, pour the contents of the package in a big cup, and as the adult pours the liquid into the cup, the child should stir. This will mix the powder with the liquid, and you want to stir until the powder is dissolved. And before they actually taste it, make sure that the temperature is safe before they actually drink it. Well, for our treat, I thought we would make sugar cookies. And we have provided all the dry ingredients, but you're going to need to provide some butter and some eggs. So we need two room temperature eggs and 3/4 of a cup of softened butter. To make the sugar cookies will require about 20 minutes of your time. The cookies themselves actually cook in the oven for about 6 minutes. Once you've made the dough, it's going to need to sit in the refrigerator before you can cook. At least an hour. It almost works better if you do it overnight. This recipe can make about 30 cookies, and you can double it if you want to add your own ingredients. Our first step really is just to gather all the ingredients in one space and use this opportunity to talk about what they actually are, where things come from, so that they know those ingredients. And then we want to blend the sugar and beat it together with the butter. And it should look like this when it's actually combined correctly. Then we want to add the eggs into the butter sugar mixture until they're combined well, and we want to mix it until it's smooth. Then add the rest of the dry ingredients and mix it until it's smooth. Then you want to cover the dough with plastic wrap and put it in your refrigerator for at least an hour. Now you can use the dough the next day if you want to leave it overnight and do the actual baking of the cookies the next day. Once you are ready to take the cookie out of the refrigerator, some things you're going to need for the second phase. You need a cookie sheet, a little bit more flour, and a rolling pin or a bottle to actually roll the dough out. You want to flour the surface of your work area with flour. You want to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. And then you want to roll the dough out um, using a rolling pin until the dough is about a quarter of an inch to a half inch thick. Now you're actually ready to cut shapes out. If you have cookie cutters, you can, of course, use them, but I normally just cut circles using a glass. Once they're cut out, you want to move the shapes to an ungreased pan and then bake the cookies for about 6 to 8 minutes until the cookies are lightly brown. You want to eat them when they're cool because they're really soft when they come out of the oven. And if you decide you want to frost the the um, cookies themselves must be cool completely because if you put the frosting on while they're still warm, it'll melt the frosting and it won't be the same. Well, what a nice way to end the week with a special hot beverage and cookies. Next week, we're going to do more activities, and I can't wait to talk to you then.